So, we're reviewing a commentary in the same house, so sorry if my audio is a little bit quiet. Yeah, so, commentary. So,
by the way, he didn't say this yet, but AKA my name's Chipperoni.
Yeah.
Just to inform you on that.
Alright, so I'm playing survival because that's like the only thing we can play. Anyways, so, this story is about us,
well, I don't know.
no, it was like,
Sorry.
okay, I can't focus, hold on. Ready? Alright, so, it's about a story of basically us calling 911, and I'll explain, alright? So I was at his house and we were just chilling, and, you know, we were playing, like, what grade was this in? Third grade? Third grade, right?
I think.
Yeah,
Or fourth. No, fourth.
Sure. Anyways, third or fourth grade, and I was chilling at his house because I always go to his house, you know, best friends. Who's best friends? Anyways, and yeah, he has a playroom, and there's a bunch of toys.
Yes, it's a playroom.
And he has a sister, so there was a dollhouse and dolls in there and stuff, and it's full of toys, like every playroom, and there was there's a dollhouse, and inside the dollhouse
It had a phone. Yeah, it had a phone.
Exactly. It had a phone, and you know, it was in a dollhouse. So, and it was a home phone. I had no idea that a home phone in a dollhouse was active.
Well, they had nowhere else to put it, so they're like, we'll leave it there for a bit.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't know that, but now I do. So we were playing like lightsaber duels. Cause Star Wars fans, obviously. We were lightsaber duels. We were playing around. We were role playing. We were acting around.
And basically, we found the phone and we're like,
yeah, here.
We're immature, so let's do some silly stuff. And then I'm like, let's call 911.
No, like, but the reason why, honestly, we don't really have a reason why. We're just complete idiots.
It's because, I mean,
like, cause we were like, oh, you're about to kill me. I better call 911, like, as a joke. But it's ridiculous because, like, you put like how many ones? Like
you called, like, you did 91111 like a million ones, and I did 9111. But when I did that, they actually like answered. So I'm like, wait, how did that work? And then I hanged up. I just hanged up. I was too scared. And
no. And then we pick up the phone, and there's this guy talking.
He's like, hello?
No, we're laughing like crazy. Like, it's Comedy Central here. And we're laughing our heads off, and we're giggling, and then we answer the phone. This guy's like, hello? And we're just giggling, and then we hang up the phone. And then his sister comes in, and we're just talking like how there was a guy on the phone. And we were complete idiots. We were completely clueless that it might have been an officer or whatever. So we're playing around, and then we actually came to like a point where we're like, it might have actually been a cop.
Like, yeah, like, it was so funny. We like went up the stairs. We were so scared.
Yeah, okay.
And then my sister fell, or I fell, I think. I don't know.
Okay, Mateo?
I didn't fall. No, I didn't fall down the stairs, but I tripped.
Okay, Mateo and his sister, they're twins. So the hilarious part is, on the way up the stairs, his sister tripped on the stairs, and then so when we were up on the stairs, we were in his room, in Mateo's room, talking about like, you know, what might happen, like how the cops might happen.
And then I look at the window and I see a cop car.
So then we literally started. No. We went down. No. Wait, hold on. Before the stairs part and everything, we were downstairs and we were looking out the window and stuff. And we were just talking about the odds of like an officer actually pulling up. And then once we saw the car, we all freaked the hell out.
And then
we sprinted down the hallway. We sprinted up the hall.
And I tripped. I tripped.
Yeah, one of them tripped, and then upstairs, like everyone was crying. Everyone was freaking out. Like we were completely scared. We didn't have no. Like we thought we were gonna get arrested. And then we were that stupid.
And then I see the one cop get out of his car and walk to my front door.
We're like, yeah, maybe it's like another.
He rings the doorbell.
And then his grandmother, like we're home alone with his grandmother, since his parents were away, and his grandmother screams, "Guys, what is this?" And then we're freaking out. And then like when we ran up the stairs seeing it, Mateo tripped, and then on the way back down, Emma tripped, which is his sister.
Yeah,
so
that's how it
it's
works.
funny because they're twins. And
LOL.
okay, so we went to the door, and the cop was there, and we were freaking out. We were screaming. We were.
My grandma's like, what did you do? And then my grandma's like, okay, I'll leave the kids talk since it was like their problem.
Hey, no. We were the only ones who spoke. I was the only one who spoke because Mateo was crying with his like stuffed animal, and my sister was sitting in the corner looking at the wall or something.
Yeah.
And then so I had to do all the talking, and my French was so bad since we like it's a French place where we live, so my French wasn't as good. So I was speaking French, and I was like, we just
well, I mean, we lived in Canada, so can't blame that.
And I was trying to speak to him, and I spoke to him for like what? It was an hour straight. I was talking to him. So it was an hour straight about that we were just talking to the officer, freaking out. And so we were talking to this guy. We were like, I was the only one there talking, like I said. And okay, so after the talk of an hour, the guy leaves. And he's like, and he's like, don't do that ever again. Yeah,
and then
someone could have gotten hurt, and we don't know, because
Okay, let me do the rest. Okay, so then my grandma tells us to go to the living room, and then she's like, she gives us a lecture that felt like 2 hours, and she was like, do never do that again. Don't ever do that again. So then, and then Shane's dad comes to drop him off. Pick him up, and then he's like, I heard something happened about the cops.
Yeah, and no. Okay, like Mateo was freaking out because one, he thought I was gonna go to jail, but after that was resolved and he knew he wasn't gonna jail, he was still freaking out because he thought his parents were gonna like flip shit at him. So like they thought his parents were getting so mad at him, and they didn't get mad at him.
Actually, it was my first day to like, cause I didn't know like a sport to do, so I like decided football. I wanted to try it out. It was like my first day to like actually like buy like this like the equipment, and then in the car when we're going to the place, my dad is like, so I heard you called the cops. He was just like calm, he wasn't mad at me, so I'm like, yeah, and then I said sorry, he forgive me. I'm like, thank God he didn't get mad at me.
Yeah, so when my mom picked me up on my way back home, like, she didn't pick me up because of what happened. It's just like we had the rest of the sleepover. Not sleepover, sorry, the play date. After like the end of it, after we hang out and everything, my mom picks me up. We're just driving, and we both know what happened. So it's so silent in the car, and we're just sitting there. We're driving away, and we're looking out the window. We're like, so did you have a good time with Mateo? And I'm like, yeah. So and then she's like, so I heard you call the cops, and I'm like, yeah. And then I was like, I don't know what her reaction was gonna be, because she's pretty nice. So I was like, but she didn't care. She was like, it was confusing.
Well, I know why they didn't care, because it was like we were young and it was like our first time, so I'm like they like probably understood. So
yeah, but I still find it's such a weird story.
And then the next day, like we start talking about it to our friends, and they're like, "Oh, really? You actually did that?"
Yeah, my friends thought we were insane. And then like the rest of like a few years later, like I write about it in my writing books and stuff. And like I tell it to my teacher in the class and stuff, and everyone finds it an insane story. So that's like probably the best childhood story I have and will ever have. Like both of us, because it's a pretty freaking good story about me. Like it was like a scary experience, but now that you think of it, I was like, wow, I was pretty cool when I was a kid. So yeah, that's like a story I have to say when someone's, when I just meet someone, I'm like, hey, I called the cops once. So yeah, that's our story of when we called 911.
I'm sure like everyone, almost when they're really young, like somebody called the cops, like you called the cops by accident. Like it's normal. Like.
Well, so it was a confusing day. Yeah. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed that little commentary about playing and talking about our story there. Anyways,
oh, and by the way, you saw me in a past video, but Shane said that my like the mic I sounded like a robot. So like in the future,
I swear to God,
in a future video, I'm gonna actually talk, because there was this like setting I need to change, and then so next time you're probably gonna hear me talk.
All these problems we know how to resolve, so everything's good. And yeah, so that about wraps up the video. Anyways, guys, if you like, leave a like and subscribe if you're new. And if you want to see more commentaries with me and Mateo, then comment let us know. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you all in the next video.
Okay, bye.